Hello, and welcome to Print 7, a video series showcasing the latest developments in the print industry. This week we speak to ambassadors of a new photography exhibition by print hardware and camera manufacturer Canon, which worked with the RNIB to make art and photography more accessible to people who are blind or partially sighted.
Hello, I'm Dave Williams. I'm the Inclusive Design Ambassador for the Royal National Institute of Blind People, RNIB. It's been fantastic from an RNIB point of view to work with Canon, who've been really committed to making World Unseen a fully accessible and inclusive experience for blind and partially sighted visitors. And they've done that in a number of ways by including tactile and audio elements to each of the photographs. But more than that, we've also got a physical representation of what certain eye conditions look like. So if you've got macular degeneration, for example, you can look at some of these photographs from that perspective. Obviously, that doesn't tell you what it's like to live with macular degeneration, but it's a conversation starter, and it hopefully helps to build awareness among sighted people of the experience of blindness.
I'm Lucy Edwards, I'm a blind broadcaster, and I'm here today at the Canon World Unseen exhibition, and I advertised the tactile images, which was really cool. For me, the exhibition is amazing. Until this point in my 11 years of becoming completely blind, haven't felt tactile images this detailed. The processing that Canon does on these images to print them is out of this world. I was feeling a photo of Sudan, the rhino, and when I met his counterpart, Fatu, when I was filming for the BBC, I was feeling the skin of the northern white rhino, and it feels so similar to the tactile print that's in this exhibition today, and it floored me. I felt so emotional. It gives me goosebumps just standing here, like I don't know how to put into words how much this means to me, how much I can imagine myself now having photo albums of my wedding photos and my future baby having baby scans. I didn't even really imagine that that would be a thing that I could even do in my future, so it's been really emotional.
The tactile print technology has also had a profound effect on recent mother Karen Trippass.
I'm Karen, and I had my baby scan at 32 weeks pregnant, and basically you don't get to hear the heartbeat when you go for your NHS scan. You get given the picture at the end, but when you're visually impaired, it's not the same experience as someone that's sighted getting to coo over your baby. Getting to see this 3D image and know what my baby's nose was going to look like, her eyes, and just everything. It was just, it's life-changing really for a lot of people, and it gives access to photographs in a completely different way. And I hope in a few years to come that mums that are visually impaired that are going for scans, that this is available. It's almost like a simple technology that could be rolled out and accessed for all. It's been incredible to work with Canon, who are clearly committed to making photography available and accessible for everyone. And of course we all know that photographs are about stories, and who doesn't connect with a story. And this technology that Canon are demonstrating with the multiple layers of ink to provide these very rich detailed tactile descriptions, they represent a real step forward in terms of the detail and the aesthetic experience that you're able to have. We've had tactile images for a while, right? But they're usually produced on swell paper with heat. Often they're quite cartoon-like, you know, they're quite simplistic, and there are limitations in terms of what you can do, and of course that stuff's not going away. But when you come to an exhibition, I think you want more than just information. It's not just about function, is it? It's also about having an aesthetic experience. You know, getting that sort of dynamic range in terms of the tactile experience is hugely powerful and really helps you to connect on an emotional level with the story being told.
We also asked Lucy Edwards her advice on taking on these types of projects.
I think if you're going to go down this road and get advice, you need to have people with lived experience around the table, but you also need people who deal with this every day and can articulate that, hey, I am totally blind, but then there needs to be someone also with a different sight condition in the room as well. As I say, blindness is a spectrum, so yes, engage with charities, but you also need to engage with consultants like myself, diversity and inclusion consultants that can really point you in the right direction, who work with brands every single day like myself, that can tell you how to really adapt your products and the way you print for everyone. I adore this exhibition, and I think this is the start of something that I don't think even me or Canon know the true magnitude of what's happened here today and what will happen from this. It takes brands as big as Canon to say, you know, I'm standing up for, you know, this community, and we stand with this community, and we are allies, and I can just say, watch this space.